Hello Internet, welcome back to RimWorld. In the last episode we started working on some art and I'm curious how that is going to work out. Meerkat, I wish you had not gone to construct that. I wish you had finished your artwork. He has a very low art skill. We could train him up over time, but really the art originally will be so bad that it's not really worth it. Hauling a poor small sculpture. Yeah, that's exactly what I anticipated. Unfortunately, because it is poor, it would actually... Oh, it does have beauty. I thought it would remove beauty, which would be bad. But we'll go ahead and install that because that is something that is good enough to increase beauty. So we're going to make more of these. Oh, Warg is hunting a muffalo. I believe that wargs are actually pretty powerful. Oh, it's right here as well. We're immediately going to send our animals to a safe area. Animals, safe, please. And we're going to, I think if we get Vaughn, well, it depends where everyone is. Vaughn is way over there. We have Turtle, but she doesn't have a great weapon. Okay, Whitlock, get out here. Turtle, get out here. And Vaughn, if you could make your way over here as well, that'd be great. I heard something take damage. Oh, the warg is dead. It's dead. Never mind. Everybody, never mind. You're fine. Undraft. Great. Okay. So go ahead and grab this as well for meat. And we'll get that rebuilt. Minor break risk on Vaughn. Why? What are you doing, bud? How are you doing lately? Minor pain, darkness. Why are you in darkness? Oh, I undrafted. Oh, I accidentally drafted everyone, I guess. Undraft. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know how things work. You would think the one with the red X would be the one that deactivated the draft. Anyway, let's pull a random question from our random question generator. Would you rather always say everything on your mind or never speak again? That's actually genuinely a tough one. I love talking. We have visitors with a few items to trade, so we'll see about getting them. I do wish they would stop showing up at night because I know it pisses Whitlock off to wake him up in the middle of the night. Pixie, what is your social skill? God awful. Because she gets up early, so... Yeah, I love talking. It would be really hard for me to never talk again, but you could write things down, right? So I could just potentially write some stuff down to communicate, and saying everything you're thinking is like really horrifying. Like, you know how many times in my life I've thought like, man, she's being a bitch, or like, man, I hate this guy. Like, you know how many times in my life I've had that experience? I don't want people to know I'm thinking that. And like, I'm not a particularly lewd person, but there are times when I've had lewd thoughts in a circumstance where I would not want that person to know I'm having lewd thoughts about them. You know, you really would hate to be in church and be like, man, the pastor's wife looks pretty good today. Like, I would hate to say that stuff out loud, you know what I mean? So that sounds horrifying. So I guess I would go with never speaking because I'd be able to write. However, I really love to sing, and I'm not particularly good at it, I guess. I mean, I'm better than a lot of people, I suppose, but I don't love singing. We're gonna get rid of the plasteel knife because it's just not... Plasteel is super valuable. Maybe we should keep it. I don't know if you could take that apart for plasteel. We'll hang on to it. We'll hang on to it. We could also keep the steel weapons to break down into steel, but I think the amount of steel you get would be pretty low. It doesn't say 0.5 kilograms, so presumably you would get an amount of steel equal to the mass of the item, which is the most sensible way to do that, I would think. So 0.5 mass is probably like 2 steel. I don't know what the... whatever. We're going to sell everything I've selected to sell. We may even sell our cloth because we'll keep the cloth around. We'll keep the cloth. So we got a little gold out of that, but not really anything meaningful. Silver, I mean. I always say gold. So what is the mass of steel? Oops. Steel. Mass. 0.5. So we literally would get like 1 steel out of that, I would assume. So yeah, I would hate to lose singing, but I definitely don't want everyone to know what I'm thinking at all times. There are times when you're like, hey man, be quiet or I'm going to choke you to death. And it's like, I would really hate to say that out loud. Someone is triggering. It didn't give us a message about being hunted, so I'm a little confused why the bear was coming in here. And our traps are dying, so we need to be aware of other hostile creatures. Lynx is injured. It was hunting deer, apparently. A lot of corpses. I'm guessing that's from the toxic fallout, all those corpses. Let's check wildlife again real quick. So nothing else should be hunting our animals, just the lynx. So we'll go ahead and I think, Whitlock, you're researching. You can come haul these animals. Haul grizzly bear. And haul the warg. Should be fine. So yeah, probably never talk again, although that's not exactly fun either. Do they get a debuff for simple meals? I never did check this. She's in a great mood. I'm glad that Turtle and Vaughn have been getting along a little bit better. Let's find ourselves. Multi-analyzer increases research speed and allows higher level research projects. So we can't do that until we get the multi-analyzer, which requires... it's probably under MISC, actually. Oh, we can build a Oh, I'm so dumb. I forgot we could build a comms console. An orbital trade beacon, which would let us trade with passerbys. Near the beacon can be placed indoors. Okay, so we can put this in here, and it would still safely beam things in and out of our base. It says it can be placed indoors. How is that possible? Orbital trading. Can only sell goods to orbital traders if there need to be. Yeah, we're definitely going to build this. And we're going to build the comms console as well, which is a very big item. Don't have a good spot for it. I mean, it's not something... We can put it in here. Because it's not something we're going to use on the regular. It's just occasionally something we're going to use. And we're going to need to extend power up here as well. We can route that through our kitchen. Ooh, let's not do that. In case it explodes, we don't want to burn up all of our supplies. So instead, we will run that through here, which should be good enough. And then we also wanted the multi-analyzer. I cannot believe... That's right. So this is what we need gold for. And this is always my real hindrance in the playthrough, is trying to get plasteel and gold. Because most traders don't have them. Even if they do, they're very expensive. And I have no idea how to find them. So I think we need to research the mineral scanner, tuned to find specific mineral. Yeah, and it requires advanced components, which we can't make until we get fabrication and some of that stuff, advanced fabrication. So how am I supposed to make it? I'd have to buy it off of someone. So that's a real wall for us. That's a real, that's not good. What is this? Penoxycline? Disease prevention drug. More before they start. Fire foam, I mean, we could research that. We could get them better guns. I don't think that's... I mean, this is a real wall. We've hit a wall here. Medicine production. We could pursue medicine production. So let's do that. That's something. And we'll get the orbital beacon up, which will help us interact with more traders, which will hopefully let us get more inspired. Significant trade bonus when closing his next deal. Okay, I mean, if we get another group of traders, that would be good, but I don't really foresee that happening. You don't need to make... I think we're good on kibble. I think we're good on kibble. I think we're good on kibble. Stop. And we'll suspend this temporarily. Okay. And we'll have her clean as well. Why don't you clean? Clean for me. And then she'll go work with the plants. We don't really need more steel at the moment, even with all the stuff we're constructing. Vaughn, could you kindly... You're building traps. I would rather you build the orbital trade beacon and then build the comms bench. So, yeah, this will expose us to more traders, which will mean we'll be more likely to be able to find gold and whatnot. No, don't build that. Build the comms console. They really prioritize those traps, which take forever. Meerkat, what in God's name? Watching the sunset. I mean, that's fine. Let's get a different question from our random question generator. Would you rather have a cook or a maid? Probably a maid. I really don't like cleaning, and I do like cooking. So if I have enough money to afford a cook and or maid, I probably would be cooking a lot because I enjoy doing it. But the actual act of cleaning and like laundry, stuff like that, it doesn't really appeal to me. I don't like doing those things. So probably a maid. Would you rather hear the good news or the bad news first? Well, usually one outweighs the other pretty heavily. So either way, you're going to be miserable because bad news is usually way worse than good news is good. Does that make sense? So either way, you're just going to ruin my day. So thanks for that. What's your least favorite mode of transportation? Who do people have preferred modes of I don't like. I wouldn't want to walk like 10 miles. I guess running makes me miserable. Turtle, please just clean before you cook. It's not hard to understand. Clean before you cook. We could really lower the number of meals that we have in storage. We're also doing quite well. I thought we would be a lot lower on food. Hydroponics has helped, of course. How much is this rice? 54. That's not insignificant. I mean, that's quite a few meals worth of stuff. Let's go back to basic drug synthesis. Great, that's a start. And we will jump to medicine production, which should let us... Oh, we need Nutramine, which I don't know if you can manufacture that or not. So we may be buying that in the future as well to manufacture our own medicine. She's making blocks. We're running out of slate. Why don't we set up some additional rooms here to give them something to do when they're not manufacturing. I think we can leave this as the main section. We'll extend this into the mountain. I mean, it's gonna be wonky. It's okay. Then we can set up rooms here. I have no idea. How big did I make these? Let's real quick. 5 by 5, okay. 5 by 5, that'll do. And we'll do the same. Nope, that's the wrong. Nope, I'm bad at clicking. Never been a good clicker. I don't know if that's a thing or not. We could also extend a little bit here and put rooms on the other side. Yeah, let's do that. So we're just expanding our rooms here. Do we have space? We do. It's perfect. Perfect amount of space. So we'll set up. Ooh, no, it's not. Okay, I mean, that's not a big deal. We can just... I mean, we don't even need to build because corners don't count for this. But we'll go ahead and build a wall out here just for safety's sake, which will be fine. And there we've set up for additional rooms, for bedrooms and things. Maybe we can finally move Whitlock and Turtle out of these stupid exterior rooms. Get them set up inside. Thank you. We're going to clear the home area as well again, just because we don't really want that there. I did realize I had unhomed the walls, which is bad because if you don't have the walls set up as home area, then you will never repair them, which is not good. You kind of need to repair your walls just in case, murder people come. You know how it is, the murder people. So we'll go ahead and clear. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like walking very far, I guess, is my least favorite mode of transportation. Do I have a favorite one? I always liked trains when I was a kid, but like trains are super dangerous and the equipment and the infrastructure is really outdated. So like very dangerous to ride a train these days. There's every year multiple train accidents, seems like. A lot of derailments and people die pretty much every year from train issues. So I don't know if they're really a viable mode of transportation anymore. Let's include the walls in our... Nope. Let's include the walls in our home area so that if they're damaged, we will repair them. That may also be why those doors were not getting properly repaired. I'm not sure why this one has been broken for so long. It's still openable, so I don't know that it's a super big deal. So there we've set up for mining. We do have the beacon and comm console up and running, which is great. So we should start getting pop-ups about passing traders, and hopefully, I mean, this has a roof on it. I don't understand how this would work, but it's fine, I guess. We installed the art. He's gonna mine. Why don't you instead, Meerkat, why don't you work on more art stuff? I would like to see how you develop from an art perspective. Title, Art V4IXIK. I don't know if that's elite speak for something or if it's just supposed to be symbols and whatnot, but it's fine. And then we can clear his work so he doesn't have to do that if he doesn't want to. Just get a little bit done. Let's grab another question. What are you most likely to stay up all night talking about? I can talk about anything. Like literally anything. I can hold a conversation about anything. I know a little bit about pretty much every subject that's ever been written, like usually enough that I can hold a conversation somewhat. I mean, I'm not an expert in any real regard. Probably video games is the thing I have the most expansive knowledge about, possibly writing, things like that. So those are most likely to be talked about, but I can hold my conversation pretty much in any circumstance that is not sports. So if it's not sports, I probably have something to say about it, and we could talk about that at length. I really like talking to people and to myself, as illustrated by the fact that I'm doing YouTube. How are you doing today, by the way? YouTube audience, feel free to let me know in the comments down below for all 2 of you that are watching this video. And yeah, I don't know. I like talking to people, always have. I guess if I'm staying up all night to talk to someone, it's most likely that we're in a relationship of some sort, because otherwise, like, it's not like I'm 31, I don't do sleepovers, you know, so most likely that interaction would be between me and a potential spouse or partner. So probably relationship stuff, general life stuff, family stuff, you know, stuff like that. Another question. Boom. If you could learn any language fluently, what would it be? Well, I learned a lot of French when I was a kid, and I can't say I'm fluent because I'm not, but I do know a lot of French already. I took time to learn some Russian when I was like 20 for really no reason other than because I thought it'd be fun to learn another language, and Russian I had heard was very difficult. So I thought, I'll just learn that. And then, of course, I bailed on it before I got very far. So that was never really, never amounted to anything. We should put doors at like every corner. It will slow them down, but it will separate the hall. Well, I guess it doesn't matter once the halls are cleaned out. Well, it doesn't matter. So if I could learn a language fluently, probably Japanese, because I am something of a weeb, and I really like Japanese. So basically I did look into learning. Oh, I also learned a little German, but like very little German that I barely speak. Like, I think I can, okay, so I can remember, I think it's, Kann ich bitte Wasser haben? Which is like, can I have some water? Which is literally like the only thing I remember about German. Caravan request. Require flak vests, which we could make for a marine helmet, a vanometric power cell, no idea what that's about, and a crafting neurotrainer mech serum. No idea what that is. We have to make it in, travel time is 3.3 days. So once again, we can't actually take advantage of this because we have no food to take with us, and I don't know how meals work as being transported. And we have 15 days to make 10 flak vests. We probably could make it, but I don't see us doing that. We also got a bulk goods trader. Trade ship is passing by their bulk goods trader. So this is our first opportunity to trade. Whitlock has this benefit of a trade thing. Where is it? How do we view that? He had this pop up where, inspired trade expires in 5.7 days. So the next trade he makes he's better at or something. Oh, we can call our nearby people. I don't know what we would do with that. We'll look into that in a minute. To send items or silver to orbital, you must have a stockpile. Yes, I already did that. We could buy pigs, which is a pretty neat idea, but pigs are meat animals. How quickly do they breed? Leather amount. They don't have that much. Pain shock. No, I would like to know How long it takes an animal to go from calf to full grown. Pig. Commonly used as meat, easy to feed because of its omnivorous diet, can be trained for complex tasks. I don't think we're going to do this. If we did, we would be just slaughtering them for meat over time, breeding them for culling, which I don't like doing in general. We could sell our baby muffalos. Female 11. Oh no, this would be buying. We can't sell our baby muffalos. Oh yes, we can. For $99 each. Yeah, I'm not so sure that we need additional muffalos. And they're both male, which I don't love. We would prefer females that would produce milk. I do think we'll sell the baby muffalos. Or would the internet be mad at me for selling babies? We're going to sell both of them. Don't hate me. They're just going to breed more. They're 5 and 6 years old. They're going to breed more. Don't worry about it. They have a lot of goods. Advanced components we definitely would like. Although you only have one, which is not great. I would love some gold and plasteel as well. Do you have... No, you have uranium and plasteel. You do have a lot of plasteel, which is extremely expensive. So we could satisfy our plasteel requirement. Man, you have a lot of good stuff. I guess because... Oh, you do have gold. If I close this, I think we're not going to be able to recontact them. I think we needed 50. So in order to get what we need to make the advanced research, we just solved our problem, which is really good. I thought it would take a lot longer. Why don't we sell some of this stuff that we're not using in order to kind of defray the cost of what we're buying? We could sell all this cloth as well, since we can grow things indoors. Well, we'll sell you buffalo wool since we have a lot of that. Oh, why? It's not letting me input a number. Oh, it has to be negative. Minus 100. Okay. So we'll sell some of that. We can sell the wolf skin, the bear skin. And now we're coming out with a profit. So we'll do that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now... Okay. Plasteel. Why did I buy 60? It's 50, right? God, I hope I got the numbers right. So MISC, multi-analyzer. We only needed 20 gold. Yeah, so that was a waste of an awful lot of money. I don't know how this works. Near high-tech research bench unlocks research. Each research bench can only use one. Well, hate to break it to you, Pixie, but your bedroom is about to get a lot uglier. So that's great. We also got an advanced component, which we needed for something. Was that this as well? No. What did we need an advanced component for? Production. Biofuel now. Furniture. What did I need an advanced component for? We also can upgrade our television. Why though? Like what benefit? How do we pause in the background? Benefit of research, recreation power 140%. What about the tube one? Recreation power 120. That's a very marginal increase. I don't think that's worth the additional components and stuff. And I imagine it would boost our wealth. If you guys could haul this important stuff inside, that would be great. So yeah, probably Japanese. I looked into learning Japanese, and I looked into reading Japanese because I really like manga. So I thought like, oh, I'll learn Japanese, then I can read all the ones that don't get translated into English, or maybe I could translate them myself, and that could be a hobby for me, is to translate manga that's been untranslated. And looking into it, Japanese is made up of 3 written forms. I don't remember what they're called. Katakana, Harigana, something. There are multiple, and then you have the symbol. Well, I don't remember the actual names of them, but there's 3 types of language for written Japanese, and that's just a crap ton of work to learn. And I bailed on that pretty much immediately after I kind of learned what it was and how it worked. So yeah, I would love to just magically wake up and be able to understand and read and write Japanese pretty much immediately. Could you kindly haul these very valuable materials into our base? Let's look at our wealth graph. Still really increasing. Got a meteorite. It is made up of limestone. We don't really need limestone. If it were silver or something, we would mine it. We have 2 more of these things. I'm a little hesitant to build more of these weird spokes out here. But it's nice to know there are other geothermal spots nearby. And I should have looked while it's winter time because it's so much easier to spot them because they melt the snow. It looks like these 2 are the only other 2 on the map. So, I mean, we could use that eventually. So now, well, we're going to finish researching medicine, I think, and then we're going to jump to fabrication because I would really like to get to bionics because we could give Pixie a proper, like, powerful bionic leg, and we could get Vaughn a bionic so that he stops having his transhumanist negative, and it will make him happier, and it'll make him more efficient, obviously, as a worker. Meerkat, how do you feel about being in a dark and such ugly environment? Okay, I mean, everything's ugly. Meerkat, the whole world is an ugly place. Very ugly place. Oh God, Pixie and Kimmy are fighting. Are you jealous that Kimmy's with Meerkat? Why are you 2 fighting? Social. Why do you hate Turtle? Pixie and Kimmy, you like each other. Kimmy is a -7 of Pixie. Why did you guys get in a fight? Pixie offered a backhanded compliment about Kimmy's beliefs. This drove Kimmy into a rage and she began a fight. Quipped about sweating. Why are you sweating? Are you 2 done fighting? I mean, Kimmy beat her ass, apparently. Health. Wow, she bit her. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Cracked her clavicle. My goodness. My goodness. Make sure everyone is set, by the way, to herbal medicine. Since I'm looking. Meerkat is set to... Yeah, herbal medicine, please. Yeah, Japanese is cool. I don't know. I really like anime. I like manga. I played a lot of, like, visual novels when I was a kid and translated Japanese. Honestly, when I was a teenager, a lot of them were hentai, don't judge me. But I really like that storytelling element combined with visual representation. I've always liked that. It's one of the reasons why I liked the Telltale game series so much, is that it's like telling a story while giving you something pretty to look at, which I really like. And a lot of those never get translated. So we got medicine production. Combines herbal medicine, Nutra-Amine, and cloth. Research screen, we're going to jump to fabrication. And I don't know how you make Nutra-Amine. I don't think we can grow anything that produces it. Psychoid, no. And I don't know where you would produce medicine anyway. I guess it's its own bench, I would bet. Drug lab. We may be able to manufacture... is there a medicine one, or is it all the drug lab? Appears to be the drug lab. So we'll go ahead and... Containers, heaters, measurement. Okay. We'll slap this bad boy down here in this corner. Are we out of chairs? How are we out of chairs? We had so many leftover chairs. Let's go ahead and build some dining chairs for these spots that don't have them. I guess we have one there because it won't let me construct one. I don't think we do. I think he's just in that space currently. Nothing artwork. No artwork is finished. Minor break on Vaughn. Yeah. Once we take care of that transhumanist thing, he should be a little less grumpy. Although he strikes me as a grumpy guy, so maybe that won't help that much. And we're going to go ahead and throw down some lights as well before we call the episode. So we'll put a light in the hallway. Let's get some light going. We'll throw a light in the center of this room and this room. And we'll put one... Nah, because they're done digging over there. And they'll start in on this. Oh, they can't because I did not connect it. Okay. So for now, we're going to call the episode. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll be back with more RimWorld in the near future. And we'll continue answering random questions because I find this to be a lot easier than trying to come up with anecdotes. So it's a crutch and I'm going to use it. So thanks for being here. See you next time.